You also founded the Badgers Football Academy back in Cape Town, a non-profit organization using football to empower girls and women. Yeah, can you tell us a bit about your work there and why it's such an important cause for you?
Sure. So like I said, when I wanted to start playing, I couldn't find a place that was sort of open to an older woman who was really poor at sports and hadn't been offered the opportunity to learn. I couldn't find that environment, so created this space which started off just the same, adult women who were interested in playing very social football. And it very quickly became clear that there were so many girls across Cape Town that can't access football, can't access sporting groups, can't access those sort of inviting communities that sport creates. So I kind of pivoted the whole idea into creating a non-profit and working with how do we safely get girls into our environment. Once they're here, how do we keep them safe, use football as a tool to teach them life skills, but also, you know, create a space where they can have fun, make friends, learn to be little leaders, learn to go through the losses together and the wins together. So it's each year it's just grown and grown because we found a need and seen and try to build a way of how we can plug a gap or create a safe space for girls, looking at scholarship programs, feeding programs. So yeah, now we have 4 teams. We ended up buying into 2nd division. So we've got some social teams and then a 2nd division team, and it's all about creating the pathway so that anyone can start at an early age, but see a pathway ahead of them within football, but also outside of football. So we focus a lot on education. How do we make sure that, okay, you might not be a star footballer, but you're still welcome in our space. Let's focus on the other things that you're good at. So we train up referees, we train up a lot of our female coaches who are our players who we put on courses. So I think football is just one of those things, like any team sport, that you can really tap into in multiple ways to bring the best out of people. And people can find something within football, even if it's not being a star footballer.
And how do you see those takeaways, experiences to influencing your role here at FCK? I know the players love to see themselves as role models for the younger girl.
Exactly. So women's football is in a space where those players within senior teams are already such big role models. So in the environments I've been in, I think the players luckily have really recognized that position that they have and are very giving back to younger girls to sort of give them the time to talk through their journey and share their story. So yeah, it's for a young girl and even a young boy to hear the story of a woman's journey through sport can be life-changing, because they can look at it and go, I can probably do the same. And so it's aspirational, but it's also attainable. It's not too far-fetched. If they have a club on their doorstep, they can step in there and start being who they're seeing on TV. Yeah. What's happening in here?
They're just right now, they're in the locker room, they're going to do their stuff, and then in a minute they will go out on the field
and do warm up.
The goalkeepers already went, and then they will go in a minute.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
Fine.
Good. Hi, fan group. How are we?
We're good. How are you?
Good, good, good. I actually saw you in a video.
Oh yeah, the last karaoke video. Oh no.
I don't know what it was.
Please no.
But I was like, oh, I've met you.
Yeah,
famous.
yeah,
Cool.
exactly. So the one and only Platty from
Twice a year.
Yeah.
Like before the season starts, and maybe like a January one before the spring. Hello, I was sitting so far back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
What do you think will be the biggest challenge for you here in your new role?
I think with any new team, it's about creating a sense of who we are. within the bigger environment, within a very male football dominated environment? How do we say, this is who we are, this is how we play, this is how we work together? So I wouldn't say it's a very difficult challenge, it's just something that one has to focus on when you're a new club in an existing system. And then, yeah, I mean, the big push will be getting into the A-League and then staying there, really establishing ourselves as a team that people are nervous to play against.
And how was your first time with both the coaching staff and the players been?
It's been great. I have spent time watching training at the academy. Today I'm actually going to the first team training. So it's lovely to see the coaches at work. They're already doing great work. I mean, the team is doing exceptionally well. Last season they did exceptionally well. So I'm confident in their work. And now my job is just to say, how do you keep doing what you're doing well, and what is the environment I need to create for you in order to do your job well.
What's been your first impression of the squad and the culture around the team?
Culture feels solid. Like I said, just watching that first game and how people respect each other on the field and within the change room, it feels like a really nice group of women. And I'm looking forward to getting to know them. You know, they've got a leadership group within them who talk for them, and we have a meeting coming up. So I think it's like with any team sport, the team's going to have multiple opinions, multiple ways of working, but with the right leadership within them, like not me, the players' leadership group, if we can empower them to lead accordingly, I think we'll make for a very strong team that can push forward.
What was your first thought when you heard that the girls were playing in a full Parken last season?
Love that. I also heard the very first game, not in Parken, was over 5,000 people. So there's already an appetite in this city for this team, and that's amazing. That you know, whether it's fans of the men's team that have converted over to the women's side, or new fans, that's already an incredible feat to be able to say 18,000 people were in Parken for a final that actually didn't matter. They knew already that they were promoted. So you know, what's the next one going to look like, where maybe it's a bit more cutthroat and there's more of a challenge on the pitch. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to a full Parken stadium.
3, 2, 1, go!
And how do you define success in your role, both on and off the pitch?
I think success on the pitch, easy one, winning the games, getting the promotions, competing at the highest level. Off the pitch, it's about if we can do that as a solid group of individuals that can come together and work well together. You know, we're not always going to get on, we're not going to have the same opinions, but if we do it with respect for each other, it'll work. So yeah, really creating that team dynamic off the pitch that works well, and then the team dynamic within an existing FCK. People have been doing this work on the men's side for many years now, so we're sort of like the new child. How do we fit into that space and yeah, just make it work effectively where everyone feels like it's one club.
And finally, what are your dreams and hopes for the future here in Denmark, the Danish capital, and for the Lionesses?
Definitely like I've said, promotion, competing at the highest level, and doing it with a lot of heart. I think there are stories within this team, players and staff, that are incredible stories, and I would love to see those captured and shared for girls within Copenhagen, within Denmark, and across Europe, because I think people can relate to those stories, and the more we can share them, the quicker we'll grow women's football within this country and within this city. So I would love to see, you know, not me sitting in this chair, for example, week in, week out, but that we start bringing in the others who are telling their story of, like, how did you become a physio in the women's game? What made you become a football player? Like, when did you start? All those sort of questions which make a nation look at people working in the women's game and go, oof, that's attractive. Like, I want to work in there, or I want to be a fan, and you sort of grow it at every level.